love our musical opens. Are you ready?
You guys are so good.
Welcome, everybody. Podcast 3.
Are
It's
we
great
on,
to have you
Katy?
along. We're on, babe.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Matt.
Look right there. Hi, Matt.
I'm used to radio. I'm not used to being
This
live.
is On the Rocks with a Twist, friends. This is where we have the convergence, I should say. I'm using a different word every time. Trying to be
Does
flowery.
anybody know her? So can somebody hand me a dictionary? Because she's using words I do not know.
I'm using the 50-cent words. Shaun just threw you one. Boom. So we are conversation and music, and we hope you are digging it. If you're with us for number 3, thank you so much. That is awesome. My name is Katy Cruz.
I am Terrye Siegel.
And Terry's idea, as we've been telling you in the first couple podcasts, that since music is a fabric of who we are through and through, we had to incorporate it. And I think we've nailed this one down. I mean, we've done some pretty cool stuff in our lives, but this is probably at the top. It is Shaun and Mike. Dudes, bring us into our segment.
Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I guess I just lost my husband, I don't know where he went. So I'm gonna drink my money, I'm gonna pay the rent. I got a brand new attitude, I'm gonna wear tonight. I got a brand new attitude, I'm gonna wear tonight. Na 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 na, I wanna start a fight. Na 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 na, I wanna start a fight. Yeah, so I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves, and I don't need you. And guess what? We're having more fun, and now that we're done, I'm gonna show you tonight.
Yeah. Little Pink.
Little
That
Pink.
they just learned like 5 minutes ago. That's pretty impressive.
I have to tell you, just a quick side story. It's not even a story. It's just, I think, out of, for me being in the record business and, and moving in, if I had moved somewhere in the 80s, if I would have seen my career move somewhere, there are a couple of women, only a couple, that I would have loved to have followed, and she is certainly one of them.
Pink? Oh, gosh.
I mean,
she's amazing.
the way she writes, the way she entertains, her voice.
Yeah, she's phenomenal in concert, too, if you've ever seen her. She is
it's just
great.
unbelievable entertainer. So I just wanted to say that about Pink.
Nice. Well, this subject we're going to roll into is falling stars. And the reason we came up with this one is trying to figure out why people that seemingly have everything try to just piss it all away with stupid moves and weird things that they do. And our country boy is what prompted this segment for this podcast. What's his name? Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen.
Listen, you don't even have to really know him if you've turned on the television or, the radio. You've heard about him. The kid's got. He was on The Voice. He won The Voice.
Oh, he was on The Voice? I didn't know.
No, actually, he didn't win. He got kicked off by Blake Shelton. Do you
Oh,
believe
gosh.
that?
Okay. I didn't know that.
So I'm pretty sure, don't hold me to it. Don't hold me to it. But I'm pretty sure that, he got kicked off by Blake Shelton.
That's the rumor we're starting.
But, yeah. But he
Went on a tirade.
Went on, and where a lot of these guys don't have careers after these shows. I mean, they don't. Sometimes you find that the second and third winners and fourth winners actually win. Daughtry, he didn't come in first.
No, he came in fourth.
Yeah, I mean, so it's really funny that some of these 2, 3, 4 people are making it big. So here's Morgan Wallen, that is.
Got the world by the short hairs, as my mama would say.
Pinnacle of breakthrough. I mean, this guy is the next. I can't even. Jason Aldean. I mean, he's up there. Maybe not as close as Jason Aldean, but it's certainly
making his way.
Making his way. His records are through the roof, and he. The first thing he did was, how hard it is to get on Saturday Night Live. I mean, you can imagine. I mean, every star in the planet. I'm including huge stars.
Right.
Want to get a gig on Saturday Night Live. So here's an unknown, basically, country star, just breaking through, that gets a spot on Saturday Night Live. And the night before, he's out seeing some, you can't get away with shit with the video cameras. Right. He's out there and he's making out with women, and he's partying,
Full
and
crowded
he's getting
bar.
drunk, and he's all over the place. And they have a very, very, very strict code on Saturday Night Live that, because they're all so close together and so, tight together.
So in our COVID world, you can't be doing
You
that.
can't be doing that. And so, what's the guy's name that runs Saturday Night Live?
Lauren Green.
Lauren Green.
Yeah.
Lauren Michaels.
Lauren Michaels. Lauren
Green.
Green.
was on Bonanza.
Ah, dun, 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 dun.
I remember that. Bonanza.
Well,
I
one of
loved
us has to.
Hoss. I love big men. But anyway.
There goes my spot.
Hoss.
I just snorted. You just made me snort. God, that's
Hoss.
embarrassing.
Do you remember Hoss?
No, because you're way older than us. Go ahead.
Does anybody out there remember Hoss? Or Pernell Roberts? He was the good-looking one. Okay, and Michael Landon, God rest his soul. Michael Landon was on
that's
it.
that's right. Little House on the Prairie was after that. That's
Yeah.
right.
So anyway, he was going to be on Saturday Night Live the next night, and Lauren Michaels got a hold of the video and said, "Can't have you, bud.
Sorry, dude, you're out.
You're out. We'll try to fit you in another time."
Right.
Which means no, you're never coming back
Right.
again. But of course, he's got the #1 song in the whole world, so they'll find a place for him. But or if he pays his dues, but I don't think so after this. That the next movie made. So he was thrown off, and I can't remember who they put in his place, but I guess it doesn't really
Some
matter.
last minute person.
Yeah.
So
that was horrible, by the way.
Well, did the labels threaten to? They didn't threaten much of anything because he was still this up and coming kid.
Well,
he made a dumb
didn't.
move.
They didn't fire him. They used a very lawyer-esque word. They put him on. I don't want to say, spanking.
Mm-hmm.
They put him on spanking.
Right.
And
Go sit in the corner.
go sit. It's timeout. They gave him timeout.
Yeah, time out and keep making $1 million records.
But I
for
also
us.
heard that his agency fired him. And his agency, which is one of the biggest agencies in the world,
William Morris.
William Morris Agency, also has a huge R&B part of their roster, and he said the N-word.
So when he goes, he's on the set. He says, "You caught me on hour 72 of a 72-hour bender," is what he's saying. That's his. And look, I believe it could be true. It looks like the kid's got a problem with substance to some degree. And if you're on a 72-hour bender, you have a problem with substance. Let's
Well, then
call it
why
what it
didn't
is.
here's my aunt Katy. I'm not standing up for the kid.
Right.
But why didn't a manager, why didn't a PR person, why didn't his label, why didn't William Morris, why didn't somebody get a hold of this kid and get him somewhere before he could do any more damage
Here's
to
a
himself?
good case in point to that is what we used to do to protect people that were our cash cows back in the day in the industry, and where they've gotten very lackadaisical about that. Not that they should, your record company is not your babysitter, but they will step into that position and have notoriously throughout the history of this business. So I had a friend years ago, worked for Atlantic Records. She was the right-hand gal of the big guy, right? Her job was to come from behind the desk and be the John Belushi babysitter. Her one job, her paycheck, was keeping John Belushi alive. So she went from party to party to party, and that's what she did. When it got to be too much, she stepped in, she got the cab, they got out of there. Now, you'd think that if you've got a troubled kid like this, but obviously he's going to be a cash cow for you. He already proves to be. It astonishes me too. Why did this happen? Why did they let this go? Why didn't they not get the kids some help?
Why isn't somebody on, like all these sports players?
Oh, gosh,
why
yeah.
isn't somebody on them?
Right.
Why are you even driving home? Like Andy Reid's son.
Britt.
Britt just got in trouble. Why are you driving?
Right.
What, you don't have somebody with you 24/7? A limo, somebody taking care of you. I mean, you're worth billions. Your whole company. You're representing the Kansas City Chiefs, and you're drunk out there driving. I don't want to move away from Morgan Wallen, but it just pisses me off because they've got the money to take care of these kids.
Let's divert to someone who could be an expert on this. Shaun. Oh, well, Mike, in your days with this, I don't know if you've overcome anything, but I know that Shaun has definitely, found a way to rise above things that aren't good for you. What's the miss here? What do you guys think is the miss here? How come you guys can survive and make it through this stuff?
Did you have somebody or did you do it yourself?
I don't remember.
Well,
Good answer.
I quit drinking like three years ago after I got into a little bit of trouble. But I mean, it was 10 years before that. I drank from 14 to 24.
Oh my!
Every day. My dad owned a bar. I had access. I was a cool guy at school who had access to alcohol. But it became a problem, and it never sunk into my head how much danger I was putting other people in. Because at the time, I didn't care about me.
Sure.
I didn't matter. Other people mattered. But it wasn't until I had an accident and I realized, man, if it had just been a different time of day, I could have killed somebody.
Right.
It finally clicked in my head, and I changed. I changed my perspective on things. But as far as big name brand things, I almost feel like them letting a football player or a rock star go out and get themselves into trouble, it's almost to keep them relevant. You know, talent isn't enough anymore.
So you're making bad headlines, but you're making headlines?
Yeah, I mean, even if you're talking...
So you think they want them to do this?
I mean, personally, maybe. I don't know enough about the industry, but from an outside point of view to see it, maybe it's just another way of making money, making headlines in general. I mean, even bad publicity is good publicity because they're still talking about you.
And in this world, I believe anything.
I thought that was my job, was to go out and party
to be
every
that guy?
night. I was that guy. Every night from age 15 until like 23. It was my 21st birthday every single night. Because everybody I played music with was much older than me. And they'd been through it. They didn't protect me because I knew everything.
Right. Well, there's one thing for sure. The psychology of when stars fall is interesting to us. It's very interesting to see this kid. Look, Bieber, I wouldn't put him on a list of, it didn't destroy his career because he came out of it. As a matter of fact, Justin Bieber has a song out that right now that I think is brilliant. It's all about, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. My butt fell off the chair. I'm sorry.
This is twice in 3 podcasts.
I'm sorry, officer.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry, officer.
Now Matt's going to be very upset with you because... Okay, we're going back to Bieber. He's got a song out now that's called Lonely. That's this chronicle of him knowing that when he was completely screwing up, right? When he was surrounded by nothing but yes people, that people were having fun at his expense, but he had all of this fame and all of this fortune, and he feels like his falling down and becoming the public joke was just a part of the spectacle and what the price you pay for having this fame and this money at a young age, right?
Well, you're supposed to have, as in, because I booked a lot of these acts. So I booked, I can't tell you. I had, I did one show with Kanye. And you
did a show with Kanye?
I want to tell you. You have no clue. You have no clue what I went through with this guy. And, the demands, I can't even get into it. It's just beyond horrible. We had to completely redo an entire magnificent presidential suite, take all the furniture out, put all the new furniture in,
so that he was the only one that sat on it, all that kind of stuff.
And guess what? He never even came off his bus.
Oh my God!
I mean, he had the best champagne. He had the best food in the world. He had everything, and he didn't.
I'm moving your microphone.
And he didn't even come off the bus.
Well, when we talk about celebrities and the intrigue that goes with it, how about one of my bigger heartbreaks, Bill Cosby? I mean, come on. When he went down, I was just like...
Were you a fan?
Oh my gosh, huge.
Wow.
Who wasn't a fan? You weren't? Why? What's wrong with Bill?
You knew
he was creepy from the beginning?
Yeah.
Oh, you did
No,
not.
I swear, Katy. I
Are
swear.
you serious?
Katy, there was something about him I didn't like. I don't know what it was. I didn't like his humor. I don't know what it was. I just never found him funny. And it's just like, who else? I was just talking to somebody the other day about Robert Blake. Remember that story?
Oh, yeah. What?
You know how he supposedly killed his wife?
Murder for hire, or something. I don't know what it was.
He got off. But I don't know how, because they never found the murderer. He had the gun.
I don't know either, O.J. Simpson.
How are these guys? I mean,
it happens all the time.
It's like, so the biggest question is, I would think in this world with falling stars is, are they not being helped because somebody is because of the money? Is it all about money?
Of course, it's all about money. Everything's always
It's all
about money.
So,
of course it
so
is.
it's like, I'm sorry, Bieber. I'm sorry, Nelly. I'm sorry, Morgan Wallen. But you know what? I'm your posse, so I'm not going to get you in trouble. I'm not going to be the one to spill the beans on you.
Let's go down the list some more. How do you feel about Lance Armstrong? Outside of the fact that unfortunately he has one testicle, right? Because the whole
Oh,
the whole
used a
cancel
big,
thing,
you
cancer
used
thing.
a big word.
Huh? Testicle? Well, I mean, that was he made headlines for that, but then he also made headlines. Wasn't he doping?
Isn't that what you do before you really tickle someone? You test tickle them?
He tested. I told you. I didn't know what the word meant.
Just one.
He
I'll
had
see
one.
myself out.
And Sheryl Crow had to play with it.
Oh my
Does this look familiar?
But the word is she could be half and half anyway. So, maybe she liked it.
Okay, Paula Dean. Now, did she come back from this? Because she got caught in the N word thing too, right? That was they kind of had to
Ruined her
dig
career.
back.
Ruined her career.
I think it ruined her career.
She was, because I booked her a lot. I booked
Oh,
her,
you
Paula-
did?
Booked her a lot.
To do
she was,
what?
She was the queen of comedy and casino shows. I mean, she was, and when that happened,
Wait.
she came to a complete
Really?
dead stall. And I would say it was a good 4 years later before anybody touched her again.
Are we talking about the same person?
Yeah, Paula Poundstone.
No, I said Paula Dean.
Oh, Paula.
I said Paula Dean, the cook.
I thought you were talking about Paula
No,
Poundstone.
I'm like, she's not a stand-up comedian. She's a cook.
well, what did,
All
Paula,
the
everything.
comfort
what did
food.
Paula Dean do?
She said the N word like many years ago, and then she couldn't cook anymore.
It made her not be able to cook?
Apparently so. It stripped her of her biscuits and
I
gravy.
can't even say anything.
You
here.
got you can't because your microphone's not close enough.
I can't I can't say anything here because I thought you were talking about Paula Poundstone.
and I thought Paula Poundstone was a hack comic. Did she really do well?
no, well she
Okay, I
did.
think
No, she was a reasonably priced comedian.
Reasonably priced.
to play 400 to
Blue light
500 seat venues, and she did very well.
Okay, do you consider this one Mike Tyson?
I don't
Mike
know-
Tyson.
I don't
Fall
know
from
about.
Grace.
I don't know enough about him,
Well, I tell you something.
guys. I don't know enough about
Here's
him.
my opinion of Mike right now. Mike is still the champ. And Mike will always be the champion of having more shit on his face than Seal. That's his claim to fame right now, actually.
That's right.
I mean, what about?
I stole that joke.
Do men
Thank you,
love
Anthony
him?
Jeselnik.
He just had a blockbuster fight,
But
Oh,
they
he
win.
did he really?
Yeah.
And he won it?
but it was an
Okay.
exhibition,
But he won.
and he made a lot of money.
Is the exhibition kind of like the resurgence or whatever that was at the White House? What is it called?
Oh, insurgents.
Yeah.
Or the erection, depending on who you're
I
talking about.
I got to tell you, as long as we're speaking about that. this is-
Erections?
oh, yeah. Did
Oh,
you see
God.
the guy?
What guy?
Oh, my God. Don't even tell me. Okay. So here they are. All these people all talking about this. What is it called? Insurrection?
Yes.
Okay. So they're talking about it in the Senate. And the first guy up, he's been thinking about it all day. What am I going to say? Please, God, please, God, please, God, don't let me say this bad word. Please don't let me say this bad word. Please don't let me screw up. So he gets up there, and the first thing he says is, I don't know what we can say about this erection. And I'm like, he said it. He said it. He said all day, he said he wasn't going to say it.
Don't do it.
And he did it.
Don't you do it.
Erection. He said it. He
Was that
said-
his fall from grace?
his fall from grace was erection. And everybody's, and I thought, am I the only one laughing now?
No.
I mean, I thought, am I the only one hysterical that this guy, this big top Republican, said erection instead of insurrection?
Speaking of erection, Tiger Woods,
Did he have an erection?
with about 18 chicks while he was married. You don't remember that?
Oh, well, yeah, but
Fall, now, granted, is it a fall from grace because he was doinking 18 chicks while he was married and that kind of destroyed him for a while, but then he came back and now he's got all his legs are broken. So I don't know what's going on with that, but he
Well-
definitely was the king of the Big E for a while.
All of his legs are broken?
Are both his legs broken?
They are?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
he's
probably
messed
his
up.
ex-wife's current husband.
Oh, he's an ex-football player, right?
Like that Stephen King movie.
Oh my God, Misery.
Misery.
Ah!
Oh, that movie scares the hell out
Oh
of me.
God, you had to bring that up. That's terrible.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I cannot watch that. Okay, let's find another one. Let's go with Kevin Spacey.
What was he? Child molestation?
Well, they had him for sleeping with young dudes, right? Young dudes. But then, not that young dude. Not that young dude. Just young dudes.
No, I've never met Kevin Spacey.
But I think what was weird was he ended up getting cleared of some of it too. So they kicked him off House of Cards, and then I think it all came back around that he was never they never held him accountable for it. So totally tanked his career. But I can't remember what the end result was. I don't think he
I'll
was
have to
ever.
look this up because I don't remember this.
The
But
Kevin
I
Spacey?
happen to like Kevin Spacey.
Oh, I love Kevin Spacey.
As an
But
actor, I agree as well.
He must have done something bad.
Actor.
No, that's what it was. He came out as homosexual, I think, and then he came out as they
Which, who
said exactly, who cares? But they said it was young dudes that were in there. So I don't know.
You know, when you go back and you start, if you read the books and you start reading the press go all the way back to the Harvey Weinstein, that stuff.
Oh,
you know what I'm
God.
talking about with the young boys and the actresses. I mean, the filth. Hey, listen, I'm no angel. Hey, who wrote that song?
I'm no angel.
Come on.
Allman Brothers.
Come on. You
Greg
got
Allman.
it.
There you go.
I'm no angel. You know that song?
Get on with it,
Okay.
Seagull.
So anyway, yeah. I mean, I've got skeletons in the closet. Is that the word or not? Not out of the closet, in the closet.
In the
I'm
closet.
not perfect, but yeah, I think that when you hear the horror stories about this guy and women, brilliant actresses that had to the things that they had to do with this guy to stay in the movie business.
Let's go lowest common denominator. R. Kelly.
Oh, please.
Oh my God. Have you seen that
The
documentary?
documentary.
Which, by the way, sidebar for all of you watching,
I love
it
when
is-
she goes, it's
It
so
is
cute.
my
Sidebar.
personal hope that this podcast makes more money than the poncho booth at an R. Kelly concert. Thank you. Now,
Oh,
there's
that
a
was
lot
good.
of stuff you got to know for that joke to be funny.
Oh God, I know that.
Watch the documentary, come back and watch this, and you are going to think that was hilarious. On your face.
Oh, no. Okay. So here's the final wrap. The final wrap up here. Let's just go. Is
You got to stay by your microphone.
crowd,
You're
the crowd.
killing our podcast people.
the
out
crowd? What does the crowd to say? Should Morgan Wallen be punished? Should he lose his career?
Oh, that's
Are
a great question.
Do
Circle back.
we as the public stop? Well, obviously we're still buying his records. He's #1 in the country right now, so that is not hurting his career. So what are we doing? I mean, where does somebody like this get, where this whole Black Lives Matters and we're supposed to be standing behind that and as I do and protecting what they're fighting for, and here comes this guy and I'm like, I don't know, what are we supposed to do?
Like stop buying his records, even though we love him as an artist, because we need to make a stand, or what? You're shaking your head. No.
I think that there's a solution, and the easiest way to do it would be like social media.
In that-
as individuals, the only thing we can do if you enjoy that artist is to put that support out there. I mean, it sounds like the guy has a substance problem, like you said, but he's also got all the access and all the yes people, like you said, with Bieber as well. So what's stopping him? Maybe his fans can get back in touch with him on social media and maybe get him to see that he has a problem and to take control of it, because record companies and all that, they're going to make so much money off of this bad publicity. And
Well,
they're
he's
gonna
still,
use him
it
up.
just made headlines a little while ago that he has now topped Drake. You guys know who Drake is. For a while, he held the #1 spot on Billboard for a couple of years. Well, this kid just passed him. Now,
on Spotify, I think, on Spotify or something.
or is it Spotify? I thought it was
Spotify.
okay. I thought it was the record charts, but whatever it is, the kid's holding strong. People are still buying his stuff, and his fans did come
And
out and
he's
support
really
him.
good. He's really good. Does he have an amazing career? Could he have an amazing career? Yeah, but you know what? It's like if he was your kid, what would you do? Would you pull him out of the music business?
If he was my kid, I would have got him help a long time ago. If that was a doable thing. Some people have kids they try to help for a long time. You're still stepping away from your mic. that they've tried to help. And you look, the first thing about help being effective is you gotta want it. Has this kid finally hit the rock bottom? To a degree, like I said, he's at rock bottom. Record sales go like this. What do you do with that situation? Is a great question.
I saw his second
Apology.
and you know how much I believed it.
Now, you know what? Total opposite. I did believe it. I mean,
didn't.
I see some of it seemed a little bit contrived or contrite or whatever we're going
It
to
was
say.
the exact same
But-
thing as the first one. It was like, I know what I've done. I know what I have to do. I've got to, be a better person. I'm going to try to get help. I would have rather had seen him say, you know what? Who did that? Who stepped away from the music business? There was
Garth Brooks,
somebody.
but not for a reason like that. He was just
No,
tired
but
of
there
it.
was somebody that stepped away that just said, I'm stepping away. And got him or herself together. But there was somebody that just said,
you mean pulled their life together?
that
Well, there's
just said,
probably
"I'm
been a
done.
few of
I'm
them,
done."
yeah.
There's quite a few that just said, I'm out.
And that's a noble thing, but the kid's not going to do it because he's still at the top of the charts. So why? You can't bow out when you're at the top.
Well, he could.
I
He
suppose.
could, but I don't think he's going to. So
Well,
we'll see.
we shall see how this unfolds.
I
Celebrities
wish
falling
the-
from grace.
I wish the kid. Listen, I don't want anybody to hurt. I don't want
Right.
anybody. I wish him the best. I hope he gets his act cleaned up, and because he's an amazing singer and writer. So I hope he gets it together, and we see more of Morgan Wallen, and he really does get the help that he needs.
And speaking of amazing singers and writers, we are going to turn this back for our boys to take us out. This has been On the Rocks with a Twist. I am Katy Cruz.
Terry Siegel.
Great to see you. We'll see you on podcast 4, everybody. Bye-bye. Shaun
Hugs.
and Mike, take it away.
Living on a lighted stage approaches the unreal. For those who think and feel in touch with some reality beyond the gilded cage. Casting this unlikely role, ill-equipped to act with insufficient tact. One must put up barriers to keep oneself intact. Living in the limelight, the universal dream for those who wish to see. Those who wish to be must put aside the alienation. Get on with the fascination, the real relation, the underlying theme. The real relation, the